is the Ray Baby Rundown Show. Now for your host, Watchman Ray Ray.
Woo! Yeah, back again. The trial run episode of the Ray Baby Rundown didn't really go all that well, but I don't give up that easy. So we're back at it, doing it again. I guess you guys just gonna have to shut me down, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, man, I plan on having some fun with this. I've always seen these guys with these, these podcasts and these, talk radio, and, some people think that stuff is boring. I actually think it's kind of neat. I like, I don't know, I like to interact with people of differing opinions and, just have conversation. They say, two people with the same opinion, one of you is redundant. So, anyway, man, I plan on having some fun with this though. But it's just me by myself. No producer. It's just me. Just me. I'm doing all this. The little music that you heard at the beginning, and the even the introduction. Where I announce the show and the host and all that. Nah, that's computer generated. Okay, so yeah, I may be a little bit resourceful when it comes to stuff like that, but this is all me, Jack. I can't afford to have no producers, no sound people, none of that stuff. So we'll just see where this goes. I want the full deal though. Like I want to be able to have like take calls, and have them on here, or have like a guest. Maybe I can Skype somebody in or something. I've got a few ideas about how to make stuff like that happen, but we'll see. I don't even know who it would be. Who would my guest be? Who would want to be on this? Who'd want to do this? I don't know. We'll see. It'll probably be, small time stuff at first. At first. I say at first, like this is going to go on. Who knows? Maybe it will. Anyway, I'm just having fun. So, guys, don't take me serious. It could turn into something serious one day. I'm not anticipating it, but we'll just see. Apparently, I have caused something of a tissy. Somebody asked me the other day that I thought WRR stood for Watchman Rayburn's Report. I'm like, well, it does. But you said you're showing it like it's Watchman Ray Ray. Well, it is. It's complicated, okay? You can't pigeonhole it. It's not just one thing. It just happened to fit, okay? So I use it for both. Is that all right? Can I do that? This is my show, right? Anyway, I totally did not see that coming. That somebody would be questioning me about the name of the show. But anyway, I guess some folks just don't have anything better to do. Anyway, I want to do more with this show. I want to explore stuff, stuff I haven't done before, like the having a guest caller on, or inviting somebody to the show and interviewing them. I want to try that kind of stuff. I think it'd be fun. It's kind of a lot of work on my part since I don't have a production team and stuff like that. But I'm just doing it for fun. So I want to explore those kinds of things. I'll tell you what though, this right here, I was going through my news the other day, and I saw. Now this is kind of an old story, but it caught my attention. It says, woman in sumo wrestler suit assaults ex-girlfriend who waved at a man dressed as a Snickers bar. You believe that? What in the heck, man? That's crazy. Okay, so the first part of it reads, let's translate that. A lesbian in a sumo wrestler suit. Now that's funny. All by itself, that's funny. She assaulted her ex-girlfriend who waved at a man dressed as a Snickers bar. So first she thinks that this dude in a Snickers bar, dressed as a Snickers bar, converted her or whatever. That's funny. Alright, so it says, a fancy dress party. How fancy could it be? You got a dyke in a sumo wrestler costume and a dude dressed as a Snickers bar. How fancy is that? Anyway, a fancy dress party in one of Dublin's, this is over in England, or Ireland, well, whatever. Best known gay bars took a sinister turn when a woman attacked her ex-girlfriend in a row over a dress-up sumo wrestler's suit. Over a dress-up sumo. Oh, it's not really following the title all that well. After a year of acrimony following their bad breakup, Sandra Talbot assaulted Adrienne Martin with a bottle hidden under her costume in a fit of rage at the George pub. A Dublin court heard that Talbot lashed out at Martin in a row that began over the wrestler's suit that Talbot was wearing. So I guess this thing's getting kind of deep. The row escalated as the victim waved at a man dressed as a Snickers bar, the court heard. Martin told Dublin District Court how she was left with a large lump on her temple and still suffered from panic attacks because of the incident, but Talbot denied any physical contact and said Martin had ruined her life. Judge Catherine Murphy fined Talbot £400, adding that she hoped the accused could now put it behind her. Martin had been in an on-off relationship with Talbot for 3 years. Relationship ended March 2007. So this came out, this news story came out in 2013, and their relationship ended in 2007. So 6 years later, these folks are holding a grudge. That's wild, yo. Woman in sumo wrestler suit assaults ex-girlfriend who waved at a man. She just waved at him. Just waved at him. This dude's wearing a Snickers bar costume. Whatever. People are crazy, man. Alright, so anyway, some of you know, I'm no Planned Parenthood fan at all. Anybody that makes money off of killing babies, selling their body parts on the black market, I'm sorry, you're a murderer. You're a murderer. You can't justify that to me. Reproductive rights. What about the rights of the kid? The one you just carved up. My body, my choice, my body. Okay, do whatever you want to with your body. Leave the kid's body alone. The kid is not at fault here, but they're paying the ultimate sacrifice because of your indiscretions. Oh, but what about those who were raped? Look, I'm sorry, it's still not the kid's fault. It's not your fault either, but it's not the kid's fault. And out of the two of you, the baby is the most innocent because they hadn't even been born yet, hadn't even had a chance to sin or anything. Okay? Let the kid be born. There's plenty of places that are willing to adopt. There's plenty of people in this world who want a child who can't have one. Oh, but it's going to blow out it's going to misshapen my body. And I'm sorry. That's still not more important than human life. You're just not going to be able to explain that to me, okay? You're not going to convince me. I've had this debate, I don't know how many times. You cannot get around the conclusion that the baby is completely innocent. Out of all the people involved, no matter what the situation is, out of all the people involved, the baby is purely innocent, and no one else is. So we're going to destroy the innocent over someone else's sin. And I don't care however which way you want to cut it. There is somebody in that situation that sinned, whether it was rape, was because, you couldn't wait for marriage or whatever. There is a sin involved there, and the child is being condemned to death over it. The one that hadn't done anything, the one that is innocent. So I'm not saying that you have to raise a child, that you have to, quit your career and all that. Like I said, there's plenty of places that will adopt. There's plenty of people who want to have a child and simply are unable to. Just give birth to the kid. Give birth to the kid. Take them to, an adoption agency. Get all the right papers filled out. I mean, it's that simple. It's just that simple. And who knows? Once you give birth, you may decide that you want to keep the child. I mean, people change their minds. Anyway, so here's something that caught my attention. Here's another person I'm not a very big fan of, and that is George Soros. And if you want to hear the whole sordid story about what about his history, look it up. There's plenty to tell. He's rich. That don't make him right. There's plenty of rich people out there that are not right. He's of Jewish descent. I got nothing against the Jews. Stop with the anti-Semitic stuff. He's of Jewish descent. His father changed. I forgot what their original family name was, but his father changed their last name to Soros so that people would know that they were Jewish. And when George was a teenager, he was a Nazi collaborator. Now, I ain't making this stuff up. Go look it up. He even tells it himself. There was an interview done, it's been several years ago, where he explained it. I mean, this dude used to go take the Nazis and tell them where to go find the Jews. And he's of Jewish descent. Anyway, there's a whole lot that could be said about that. So anyway, this caught my attention. I was just talking about Planned Parenthood and now George Soros. Well, Georgie, apparently he gave Planned Parenthood its largest outside contribution ever. Planned Parenthood, Virginia, that is. Gave them $350,000 ahead of the subtitle here says ahead of pivotal elections. So he gave them $350,000 so that they can influence elections in Virginia. And don't think for a minute that this he just drew Virginia out of a hat. Virginia's right over there by D.C. Okay, they're trying to. He's trying to cause some influence there. And like I said, you just start researching him just a little bit, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. This dude is way off in the head. I don't even know where to begin with this guy. Well, here's a oxymoron. Hillary Clinton wins pro-abortion lifetime achievement award. Think about that. Pro-abortion lifetime achievement award. How can you call killing life a lifetime achievement? Oh, it's just something right there. It just didn't set it. I mean, that's all I got to say about it. I'm not surprised that she would receive an award for wanting to kill babies. And get a load of this. Mrs. Clinton was on PBS NewsHour October 8th, 2019. And forgive me, I don't know the name of the host. But she's being interviewed. And they talk about a whole slew of subjects. And believe me, I wanted to throw up. The whole interview, I forget how long it was, but the twisting of stories and the lies and anyway, I endured all that just because of this, because I heard that this happened and I wanted to see it for myself. So the interviewer got to a section of the interview where she started talking about Trump and how Trump has been taunting her on Twitter, and she wanted to get a response from Hillary about that. And this is how it goes. Here, I'll just play it.
Only one condition: the crooked one must explain all of her high crimes and misdemeanors, including how and why. She deleted 33,000 emails.
Yeah, it truly is remarkable how obsessed he remains with me. But this latest tweet is, so typical of him. Nothing has been more examined and looked at than my emails.
Wait a second. Let's rewind that. I don't know how I missed that the first time go around, but let's rewind that, shall we? Here we go.
Nothing has been more examined and looked at than my emails.
Nothing has been more examined than my emails. You destroyed them, lady. How could they be examined? You destroyed them and then you bleach-bitted the you-know-what out of them. So you can't even find a trace of a footprint of a whiff of your flipping emails. They're gone. You had people smashing cell phones and trying to wipe stuff off the face of the earth to get rid of those things. So don't tell me that people have had thoroughly investigated and researched your emails after you destroyed the pieces of the dust from which they came. Wow, this lady's a piece of work. Here we go.
So maybe there does need to be a rematch. I mean, obviously, I can beat him again.
Wow, I can beat him again. Did you hear that? This woman's lost her mind. I think she's certifiable. I can beat him again. You didn't beat him. You never beat him. I mean, this is fact. Fact. This is fact. Where do you get this from? I mean, I think this lady needs a psychiatrist. Psychoanalysis needs to happen here. I mean, she believes that? Wow. I can beat him again. And nobody in that room, of course, Chelsea's in there, her little horse face. She didn't say anything about it. Of course, she's not going to. She's not going to bite the hand that feeds. But the interviewer, she didn't call her out on it. Of course, this is PBS, so, there's that. Anyway, that's ridiculous. Anyway, you know what? I got to do something about this. I got to do something. Just hold on here a second. Let me... Oh, where's his phone number? Okay. Alright, pick up.
Hello?
Bill!
Yeah.
Hey.
Talk to me.
Something's got to be done, man.
Right.
I mean, all politics aside, something's got to be done.
What's the problem?
Your wife, dude.
I know.
Did you happen to see the PBS NewsHour interview?
No.
Dude, she thinks she beat Trump.
Seriously?
Yeah. So, all politics aside, this is not even a political issue. This is more of a health and welfare type thing. This is a humane thing.
I'd like help.
Come get your wife.
Yeah.
Bill, come get your wife.
Okay.
Yeah. She doesn't need to be in the public eye anymore.
No. Okay.
Don't okay me, Bill.
Right.
Just go get her.
Sure.
Go get her. Go get her, put her in a room, make sure she's fed and has water and her hygiene's taken care of. But come get her. Come get her, Bill. Let's do it.
Do it.
It's time. Okay.
Thanks.
All right, bye. So maybe that'll happen. I don't know. I don't think that he could get her because I don't think he's in charge in that relationship. Yeah, I keep hearing all this stuff about, life. Like we just got through talking about abortion and all that kind of stuff. Well, here's another kind of life. Former NASA scientist is convinced we already found life on Mars. Well, zippity doo dah. Why don't you send that flipping rover that you've got rolling around over there on the Mars surface to the face on Mars? I mean, why expend all that energy to look at a bunch of, stupid rocks and dirt? I mean, you went all the way out there, and then I remember I could probably find it again. Went all the way out there and had the rover take a selfie. Yeah, no joke. There was a picture that the rover took of itself and sent it back to NASA. But you won't go to the face on Mars. Okay, for all of you who don't think that there's a face on Mars, show me. Take it to the area where the face supposedly is and start snapping pictures. Okay? Start snapping pictures. Let's settle it. If it's not there, great. I don't have to be right. I just want to know what's right. You've got this whole group of people on this side saying that there's a face on Mars. They've got pictures, okay? It's not only just a face. There's a face. There's pyramids. And all this is in the same area. There is a Stonehenge type structure. It's not like Stonehenge, but it's circular and it's huge. It's huge. I don't know what you call it. It's like a crater almost. But there's this pyramid. It's a 5-sided pyramid, and you got the face, and it's all in a place that known as Cydonia on Mars. So just take the flipping rover over there already. I mean, this is nuts. Why would you go all the way out there and not at least look? Regardless if you believe it or not. Don't you want to know? I want to know. But anyway, if you want to know more about this face on Mars thing, if you've lived under a rock for the past, 20, 30 years and haven't even heard of it, look up, you can go to YouTube, look up David Flynn. David Flynn Mars. That should probably get you where you want to go. David Flynn is no longer living, but that dude was smart. He's got he talks about some other stuff too, but anyway, he's dry. Okay, if you have to have excitement to stay awake, you're probably gonna fall asleep. He goes down deep, stays down long, and comes up dry. So that's what you should expect. Anyway, really, go all the way out there, spend all that time, money, and energy, and don't even go look at the face. How long has the rover been up there? Good night. All right, so here's another space thing. 3D printer makes meat in space. Yum. That's what I want, is some artificial meat. The prospects of astronauts tucking into a roast dinner has grown slightly closer after a successful experiment used a 3D printer to create meat on the International Space Station. I don't even want to. Yeah, that's what I want. I want, a slab of flesh that came out of my computer. That's just nasty, dude. The bioprinter produced beef, rabbit, and fish tissue using magnetic fields and microgravity. A Russian medical technology company involved in the experiment said Wednesday. The experiment, an international collaboration involving U.S., Russian, and Israeli companies, was carried out in September by cosmonaut blah, 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 blah. The creators say it is the first to create a small amount of artificial meat in conditions of weightlessness. It's one small nibble for man, one giant bite for mankind. Let's see, what's the rest of this here? Did they get sick when they ate it? What? it was really a breakthrough for both. Alright, so who ate it, man? I'm reading down through this thing. Nobody even ate the stuff. Well, it doesn't even say that they ate it. This is dumb. Whatever. Yeah. I'm not eating some lab-grown meat, Joe. I'm just not doing it. Alright, then this Brooklyn Brewery makes a non-alcoholic beer. I ain't kidding. I mean, it's not the first time a non-alcoholic beer has been made. You got near beer. I can't remember what some of the others are because I don't see the point. Why would you waste your time on non-alcoholic beer? I don't know who in the world out there likes the taste of beer, but this guy don't. Beer just doesn't taste good to me. It does not taste good. And why would you want to waste your time on non-alcoholic beer? What's that for anyway? I mean, what's your purpose? What are you trying to do? Is it for people that like to piss? I mean, I've only got one purpose. If I'm going to drink some alcohol, I got one purpose. And that is, I want to not deal with reality on an even keel for a little while. Okay? It's not because I like the taste of beer or whiskey or anything else, any other alcoholic beverage. I just don't like the taste. I haven't found one that I do like the taste of. So get out of here with that nonsense. I don't know where you people are from. Brooklyn. Apparently Brooklyn likes to piss a lot. So that's pretty much everything that's in the news. Oh, and some people were asking me what is because on the demo that I made the other day, which by the way was purposely dumbed down and unscripted, not structured, totally unplanned, and what else can I say about it? I purposely tried to make it like bad. I purposely tried to make it bad because I figured if it wasn't all that great and people still listen to it, then it was probably something worth doing. Yeah, I don't know if that's even a good way of making a trial run of like a talk podcast show, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, that's what I did. So some of you listened to it and you wanted to know. I mentioned that the whole reason why, not the whole reason, but a big part of the reason why I had this idea was because my wife has her own YouTube channel and she's very much involved in it. She spends a lot of time on it, and she's had in a short amount of time she's had a lot of success with it. Not in the way of money just yet, but she's moving right along, man. She's making a lot of progress, and I'm proud of her for it. But I mentioned it in that demo trial run that I did, and some of you were asking, how can I see her, her show, her, what's her YouTube channel and all that. All that you have to do is put in Charlene, and yes, that's pronounced correctly. Some people pronounce it Charlene, which is not the way she, her family, or anybody else who knows her does. But it's Charlene, Charlene, Siquijor. Now that's a mouthful. Siquijor is spelled Siquijor, and then put -USA. And that's her channel, Charlene Siquijor USA. And she has some videos on there of her live stream events. I really recommend the ones where not the live stream events, but the ones where she has like these challenges, and I'm in some of them. Not that that gives it any appeal, but I recommend it. Go check it out, see what you think. Some of the ones that have me in it are not particularly in the best light for me. There's one where she gives me a makeover. Yeah. I threw my body down on the altar of sacrifice for her channel, I suppose. But anyway, go check it out. I'm proud of her. She's doing a good job. Charlene Sickihor USA on YouTube. That's CHARLENE space SIQUIJOR-USA. Check it out. Like, share, subscribe. Well, I guess that's about it. I really don't have a whole lot more to say. Wow, this thing really went long too. If you like my show, want to hear more of it, just comment below. I'll try to provide links for the different things that I talked about today, so you can check them out for yourself. Be cool. Stay ready. What am I supposed to tell you people? Get off of my daggone show. If you got nothing better to do, bye.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. We'll see you next time for the next episode of the Ray Baby Rundown Show. Goodbye.